Hi guys, welcome today to a new video. I hope that you guys are doing well. So guys, in today's video, which is going to be a little bit more personal, I'm going to take you guys on my journey that I've been going through, and I've just kind of noticed recently that I haven't been using my designer bags a lot, and I've kind of figured out why I'm not using them. And so I wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like we often don't talk about the transitions we go through, and maybe a lot of things happen behind the scenes, and you guys are only seeing the end product of it. So you guys maybe only are seeing maybe when someone do a different content, or I don't know, I feel like I've stopped talking about bags a little bit. So maybe that might be something that you guys been noticing in the front. And I just wanted to share this journey with you guys because I've used to incorporate a lot of contents of bags or new bags that I bought, and I show them and share them with you guys. But lately I just haven't been doing that. And so that caught my own attention. I started to think about it. And then I figured out I'm on this whole different journey that is creating this ripple of effect in my way of how I'm dealing with my luxury bags. And I think in general, just with luxury in the bigger sense of the word. So first of all, I want to tell you guys, I'm not going to sell any of my bags. It's not going to be a video of, I'm selling everything or I'm just not into them anymore, because that's not the case. I still absolutely love all the bags that I have, and I'm not planning to sell any of them. It's just that I'm at this point that I really don't reach for them. And I think for me, this has been a rather journey. And I talked about this before on this channel, but maybe just slightly. But I have been on this healing journey for a really long time now, or a really long time. It's what do you count as a really long time? But I think to almost 3 years now. And in this time, I didn't know, or maybe I started as a person who thought was very strong and very confident. At least that's kind of what I thought that I was. And during my healing journey, I completely had to take a double take on myself. And I've noticed how kind I was, in the sense of a people pleasing person I was, and how much I've been in a flight, freeze, fight mode for such a long time. And the thing is, I never ever realized this, because people, when they hear my journey from A to Z, which is not very often, and it's very, very personal. But when people hear this journey, they will always say I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you survived. You're pretty strong. You're amazing, and all of those things. And the thing that happened is that once people start praising how you are, you don't realize how shut down you are, or how much you're people pleasing, because somehow you're getting praised for that. And so your body wants to hold on to that, because maybe that is, a great way to stay. It's a coping mechanism. It's a protecting mechanism. A little bit of both. But that's the state where I was before I got started on my healing journey. And so when I had to take a double look on myself, I really dove deep inside, and things that I thought that I already processed. I went to therapy. I talked a million times about things. I even did EMDR, which is, if you don't know, like a therapy where you kind of like follow the light and your eyes move rapidly from one way to another, and the emotions in your body can like cool down, and the memories, they lose the intensity. So big traumas, if you've been dealing with big traumas, then they will lose the intensity in time. So I even did that, and it felt like good. And every time that I did therapy, I was like, I feel good. I think that I've processed the trauma. I think that I've done the work. And it's not that I was like too good to do the work. I wanted to do the work. I wanted to change. I really wanted to work on myself. So at a point I thought, I've really done the work and I'm so happy. I feel confident, I feel proud of myself, and I'm so happy for getting there. Until I realized so far, 3 years ago, that I wasn't there at all, that I was living in this freeze mode, this flight mode, and that I was just surviving, which is crazy. And I think just motherhood on its own, it's already like surviving for a lot of women, but like all the things that my body remembered throughout all these years, it kept score. And so 3 years ago, I started really regulating my nervous system. I started with somatic exercises. And the more I dove into it, the more I understood my body, the more I started to talk with my body. And yes, it's kind of like very, very personal, but I still want to put it out there because I think it's really, really important, and it could be really motivating for so many of you who are going through this. But I started that. I started to do the work, and it was really intense because my body felt like it was like giving up. And at that time I was like, no, but maybe I want to go with it. Maybe I just want to, try something different. And slowly and bits by bits, I started to notice like how many releases, if you know anything about somatic work, but how many releases were coming, how many emotions were being released, how many things my body was holding on to. And I slowly started to notice a difference between actually feeling confident and setting your boundaries and who I was before. And one of the biggest things that I learned about myself, and I don't call it like people pleasing, I call it the hero. Because of my traumas, because of everything that I've been through, I was trying so hard to be the hero for everybody else. And the hero in terms mean that you're doing nice things for other people, you're pleasing them, you're setting their needs above your own because you want to be the hero. You want them to be happy no matter the cost for yourself. So I was literally living other people's life. And I thought that was like the right thing to do. I thought being a wife was like that. I thought like being a mother is supposed to be like that. Literally, like in the hardest way to put it, I was sacrificing every single thing of myself to be everybody's else hero. And because that was the standard that I was setting, people were definitely taking advantage of this. People got used to it. And then when I didn't want to be a hero anymore, people really got angry. They were like, what is this? Why are you doing this? So when I noticed that, I started to working harder on myself. And with harder on myself, I don't mean like push myself, but really to start loving yourself and learning how to really set boundaries. Although I thought I already knew this, but listen, I wasn't even like close. I was like really the hero there. So I didn't have like almost any boundaries. I kept going. And the things that I was doing like during one day, it's crazy when I ask like other people like, what do you do in a day? They were like telling me like 2 to 3 things, but I had like 10 things, 20 things that I would keep doing, and I would keep going until I had them all the boxes checked. I was driving myself insane. I was putting like a standard for myself that wasn't even realistic. It was crazy. So I was slowly just suffocating myself. After that time, I realized how many negative people I had in my life, how many people were taking advantage of me at that time, how I was allowing people to take advantage of me. And I think that is the most important thing, because you can only protect you. What other people do is what you allow them sometimes to do. So you need to protect your own boundaries. And that is kind of like what I've learned. Now, how this connects out to the jewelry, I think in the period of time where I was just surviving, where I was in that fight and flee mode, buying things was giving me this sense of protection. It was giving me the sense of being alive, of truly, having something, experiencing something, and just holding on to it. It was almost like the spark was the spark to keep me alive. And I really, really enjoyed that. And for that, luxury, in a way, saved me in so, so many ways, because it kept me going. It kept me smiling. It kept me just alive. During my recovery, when I was kind of like at my lowest, I also found a beautiness in jewelry and taking care of myself, in luxury and all of those things. And now I'm getting to a phase where I don't need external regulation, but I'm getting towards the point that my body is regulating itself. And so what I'm noticing is that I don't need external spark to regulate that nervous system. So where the bags and maybe the luxury items were kind of like sparking me and keeping me alive and keeping me going, now I just have like this sense of peace within me, and I enjoy the items in a different way. So as I told you guys like in the beginning, I'm not planning to sell anything because they're still like a huge part of me. I absolutely enjoy the luxury designer bags. I absolutely love my jewelry pieces. But it's just like the state of being is different. It's like I truly get to enjoy them in a more wholesome way than I did before. Once they were like sparks, and now they are like more like part of a full integration. It's kind of like crazy to tell it, but in a way, I found myself not using them as much anymore, and that's because I feel so calm inside. And that's with so many different things. I found that I do love luxury. Absolutely. I love luxury. But as I talked about it in a different video, luxury means different things to me. Luxury means the beautiful jewelry pieces, the bags, but also beautiful clothes, soft clothes, cozy moments. Luxury also means for me the time that you get to spend with your family, the time that I get to regenerate, the time that I get to laugh, to smile, to live. That's what true luxury means to me. And I find now that instead of just chasing like one thing like bags or jewelry pieces, I want the whole spectrum. So I'm like, but I also want to enjoy a more just kind of like being at ease, doing nothing, just relaxing, just being bored, which I haven't experienced for a really long time. So those things are the things that truly are being more incorporated into my life instead of just only the external factors. So that leaves me again with me not wearing my designer bags as much. I still wear my jewelry pieces a lot, which is crazy. Like, I'm still figuring out like why the jewelry pieces are still like a huge part of me and the bags just a little bit less. Maybe it's because in jewelry pieces is like where my heart and soul also lies. It's a little bit closer to me. I have like a lot of memories also in the jewelry pieces. And I've never been like a huge backpack person, but that might be me. I'm not sure. But let me know in the comment box down below. Have you guys experienced this? What do you guys think of this? I just wanna like get a conversation going because I find this to be really, really interesting. It's not that I ever bought the bags to feel like I'm capable or anything. It's not what others are talking about, because I thought about that as well. It's not about that. I never saw the bags as a status or anything, but they just kind of like sparked something in me. So yeah, I'm just kind of like thinking about that. So it may have been like all over the place video, but I hope that you guys understand it. I hope that you guys can share your thoughts and idea. Maybe also share like, have you been through this and how you dealt with this? Did you sold like all your bags? And really, I'm not planning to do that, but I'm curious of what happened to you guys. Like, yeah, it's just like a conversation here. If you're new here and you like this type of content, don't forget to give this video a big like and also subscribe if you're new here. And for now, I just want to thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.